About half of the stories you're going to hear were written at Toastmasters, and then probably the other half were written in the storytelling classes that I taught before the pandemic. So we have a wonderful variety of storytellers. And our next storyteller is Kerry Slattery. And Kerry wrote this in Toastmasters, and the LA Times picked it up. And it was a very well received published piece. So we're going to welcome Kerry Slattery singing with their story, Give Me a Hand. Kerry Slattery.
No, you don't want to hear me sing. When you've been in the bookstore business long enough, there are times when you start to think everybody's got an angle. They got a hot book idea. They want you to send it to the top agency. Or maybe they've got they want you to put a big stack of their mother's romance novels in the front window. You got the picture. But I almost always listen because you just never know. It was mid-November, end of day rush hour in LA. I spied the only empty spot in the parking lot behind the bookstore, and I dragged out the clunky old hand truck from my back seat. When I opened the trunk to start unloading the boxes of books that didn't sell that day at the downtown book signing, I was reflecting on how far we'd come. It was just 5 years since we first opened the front door at Skylight Books, and every day was still a challenge. We just had our anniversary celebration, and we were finally getting on top of our finances. I was pretty vigorous, 57 years old at the time, but it was really nice to now be able to hire a few extra people to take care of some of the tasks that I'd been doing, like this off-site event. Well, I might have cursed a little bit at the box that landed on my toe, but mostly I was doing okay. And then this busybody guy from out of nowhere came forward and started shaking his head sadly at the big dent on the side of my car. Now, maybe it's an LA thing, but it seemed like every time I stopped at a stoplight those days, some enterprising do-gooder would lean forward from the next car with a crumpled up business card. We fix dents! I didn't need another one, not tonight. Then this guy grabs my hand truck and says, "Here, let me give you a hand with that." Before I could stop him, he had already loaded up all the boxes on the dolly and said, "Where to, bookstore lady?" Do I know you, or do you just hang out in parking lots to load up books? Oh, I work at the theater next door. Oh, well, are you in a play? I was in The Time of Your Life, the longshoreman that gets killed at the end. I saw that. You were really good. Well, thank you very much. Oh, no, I'll take it around for you. Oh, okay. So we rounded the corner from Russell Avenue to the front door in Vermont, and then one of our booksellers, Steve, gave me 5 telephone messages that had to be answered right away. I said goodbye to the longshoreman guy and went upstairs, followed by orange tailless Lucy the bookstore cat. Well, it was after 11 by the time I finally made it back to my car, carrying an armload of books that I had to go over by that night. Oh no, not another parking ticket on my windshield. Oh, it wasn't a ticket. It was a note. I'm the longshoreman guy that helped you today. Give me a call. His number. From the way that he looked at my dent on my car, I was sure he was another one of those we fix dents. I plopped the books down on the front seat under the note and headed home. 2 days later, I got a call at work. It was the longshoreman guy. Oh, look, I really don't want to do anything with the dent in my car right now, but thanks very much. Long silence. I don't do that kind of work. I just wanted to see if you have dinner with me. Oh, it must be a story idea. Okay. I'll listen to this guy's plot of his self-published novel. Okay, well, I'm going to be leaving here at 5:30 if you want to come by then. When he showed up, I pointed to the Thai restaurant across the street. He said, "Oh, well, if you like Thai food, I know a much better place than that. Wait here." He came back with a pickup truck. It's a car thing now? Now, I didn't even know this guy. So we headed into Hollywood a few blocks and stopped at a red and gold painted place with a pagoda on the front, and the entertainment for the night was 3 Thai Elvis impersonators. All from different phases of Elvis's life. When they leaned into the mic, they sang in unison, "Love be tender, love be true." That broke the ice. I don't know what we talked about, but the pad thai was really delicious. When we got up to leave, I realized that the story idea had never come, which was a little disconcerting. He said, "You want to go somewhere for coffee or a drink?" I said, "Oh, no, thanks. I have to get home. I gotta feed my cat." Well, he took me back to my car, and then he leaned in with a very warm kiss, which I wasn't expecting. It must have been okay, because by the time he came around to the passenger side to open the door, my legs felt like rubber, and I had a hard time standing up as I unlocked the door, and I waved goodbye. Fast forward 16 years. I called Steve at Skylight and said, "I want you to take a picture of the parking lot. I want to frame it and I want to hang it on the backyard pecan tree," as that longshoreman guy and I finally said, "I do." Now that was an angle I never saw coming.